good. Can you see my screen share?
I can, yes.
Yeah, let's test audio. Audio good?
Oh, I saw you with the PA.
Perfect. Perfection. Let me actually boot up into the game and then we'll go from there. But just to kind of give a starting point for the young chat, today we're looking at implementation of Fadebind. We did Fadebind prep previously in Corrode prep. Now we're just going to look at the Fadebind implementation. And honestly, a lot of it was good. I think the only thing I would say is the defense. We didn't actually get to play Central. A lot of your rounds were shower starts, and you got actually pretty good value from it, but there was just no mix-up throughout the game, which you'll kind of see. Like after the third time we took the TP, we started to not get impact anymore. I think that was one of the reasons. But yeah, defense is probably the thing to adjust, if anything. Attack felt pretty decent. There's one thing I'll say about the A-Haunt, to maybe adjust the timing, the order. But other than that, like, you played a really good game. Like, your mechanics looked good. You were taking a lot of fights. Your comms were good. Your attitude in the game was good. Oddly enough, Trevor was a little bit tilted, which is the rare case, but that's probably why he's on Raze. And that you don't let that affect you at all. So I was like really happy just looking at the game. You played really, really well. This was like a A-tier game, I think, for us in terms of like A, B, C game. This was definitely an A game for us in terms of just like everything, really. So small adjustments to be made. But real quickly to recap, the goal of what we were trying to do during the Fade prep was just outline some playstyles, and we bolded to start with the Curry playstyle, kind of being with the pack, contesting neutral space with util, and then throwing the kitchen sink as part of the execute. And then I think we achieved that pretty well. And then on defense, we were trying to play a bit more like Rossi, at least based on a conversation. A bit more central play, kind of like Truck, more flood playing and playing active rotates, like haunting for the flood or seizing, and making sure that you can actually hold down A short. In our game, we were playing active, like taking the teleporters, going early shower, and like kind of rotating over into the teleporter. But we didn't actually get the central play area or contesting the A short hold that well this game because of the huge bias on showers. So that's something to be aware of as we take a look at this VOD. But let's just go ahead and start on the attack half, which was very strong. I will go ahead and see the pistol fight.
You might scan the guy if he's like out of U-Haul.
This was something that personally I think I would adjust if I was playing Fade. Going with Haunt first, followed by Prowler, kind of just means that your teammates aren't actually up short yet to fight with the Haunt. So my suggestion, not knowing anything about how this fucking Fade agent is played on Bind, would probably be to do an early Prowler, followed by a Haunt on the hit when you're here, so that your teammates are already up. I missed the Haunt, but you get the point. And
yeah,
then
I throw this as well sometimes. I honestly, I don't know, like, because the eye that I throw in the VOD is just so much better. But yeah, like, it's hard to make it work with the timing. And then I feel like if I don't dog, somebody's dead to the U-Haul guy every time.
Yeah.
So, like, I always end up in this weird catch-22 situation where it's like, I want to use the better eye, but also, I don't know.
I think that might be one of those things where if you had like either a Viper, because like they could do the early Viper wall and you can walk up with it, or if you had like double initiator and they might not need your early util. But
yeah, oh my god, I haven't had a flash on Bind in so long.
So long, yeah. No one plays Sky anymore. So those are some things to consider. Now, to be fair, haunting early on pistol kind of makes sense because it lets you use Prowler for the U-Haul guy instead of using it early. Unfortunately,
I only have one.
Exactly, since you only have one. Now the timing's a bit fucked up, but what you'll notice is as we're fighting this guy, we died to the showers guy, and I think part of that is because the Haunt isn't zoning the showers fight.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider. Like I said, that's more so personal preference for me, because when I did play Initiator on this map, if I played Sova, I would start with an early drone followed by a dart. If I played Sky, I would start with an early flash followed by dog, or sometimes I would dog here in the flash U-Haul, but I feel like Sky is maybe a little bit different in this case. The other thing that I wanted to talk about on your attack was actually the shower swing. So you do this thing where you knife out and then swing until you see them, and then you process they're there, and then you stop, and then you start shooting, which is kind of what we see here. What I prefer to do, and I don't know if it's better or worse, but I think it might lead to faster kills, is going on the angle and then like preemptively stopping and then like going for like slices. Now I will acknowledge we're 4 here, so like just Omega swinging with the homies probably makes more sense than like actually taking your time on 1 by 1. But there were a couple of rounds where you were doubled with Trevor, and we kind of still went with the same cadence where Trevor in this case was close wall, so he didn't get the angle with us anyways, but we were going for the Omega wide swing. So that's something to consider. I think it doesn't really play a part into this round. Actually, you don't really die. You don't get punished from doing the wide swing this game at all. Actually, in fact, I think you were able to get some kills. But generally, when you see people wide swing showers, it's actually more so like a wide swing to get the angle and then like continue slicing so you can get the insta kill if he's there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see. I've just always like done that incredibly wide swing.
Yeah.
It feels like it gives me a lot of value, but it's probably just because they're bad.
I think it might be that you aren't fighting oppers as often. If you're playing against an op, it's good to like try and like get the insta shot.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, if it's an op, I'm not gonna wide swing.
That's also a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. But something to consider. Like I said, you don't get punished for it this game, but that's just something I noticed that I do differently when I go showers.
Sure, I can try and that out.
Yeah, you might get insta killed and blame me. But we get the bomb down. Nothing too crazy. You got to kill. Go team, go. I thought that round was fine. Like I said, for the most part, our attack was really strong. Something that did end up happening, which I think we'll see in this round, is going hookah against the Sage just like proved like completely fucking, it just didn't work because the Sage wall plus the slow plus the TPs. I think if we recognized that a little bit earlier, not this round, but like after this round, to avoid going hookah, we probably would have saved a couple of rounds. I think like maybe 1 or 2. But we end up pivoting here. This pivot is fine. What I want you to understand really quickly is because there's no mid unbind, if you make pressure on one side of the map, we might have even spoke about this in DMs, but if you make pressure somewhere, in this case on the B side of the map, everyone on A is just going to fast rotate over. So you're going to be fighting probably the whole server when you hit B at this point.
Yeah.
The reason why I mentioned that is that dynamic happens a shit ton in this game where you're fighting like the whole server, it feels like. And the rounds where we started defaulting and playing slower, it's kind of when like you had more gaps. So like, for example, off of this early kill here, if I was like IGLing this game, I would call a pivot to go towards A. Like I would have my 2 teammates be long, take the teleporter, and then I would call Trevor back and probably the Vice to come A short. Just a pivot because obviously the rotates are going to go B.
100%.
Now you're very crispy this game, so I like the haunt was good, the prowler was good. One thing to consider is maybe seizing the spawn flood. Not a huge deal. It's just one thought that came to mind. But this kill on the Sage was good, and then you flicked immediately over. Like you were right on target. So like after I saw this round, I was like, okay, like he's dialed. Like this is gonna be a good game. Unfortunately, this haunt scans, and we aren't able to get these kills here because they did flood out spawn. So that's the dynamic I was talking about. B pressure is made. They're all like literally you're playing a 5v4 for the bomb cycle. Everyone's gonna be here. So pivoting with the teleporters could have been the better macro play. If you wanted to commit to the site hit, I personally would have I would recommend to throw the C's towards the spawn flood.
Yeah.
But regardless, your util like was pretty good.
I think the page's gonna be here.
Your Marshall, by the way, is disgusting.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying Marshalls on Ecos lately.
Yeah, it's a little disgusting. You can kind of see you actually do the little tight peaks with the Marshall, surprisingly. You went for the swing and then you kind of stopped here, and here. Like you stopped 3 times. You don't really do that on rifle rounds. And I didn't notice that the first time watching this, so something to kind of keep note of. But you get some really nice shots here. There's not anything really crazy to come out in this round. We can just see the kills. You shit on this kid, and then there's another guy that swings, and then you'll shit on this kid, and then you run out, and then you'll shit on this Jet.
Spike down A.
And unfortunately, we had a low whiff I won't show.
Yeah, I should have killed that guy.
Yeah, it's all good though. You had some nice shots. Same thing with the order of util here. Just because we aren't able to be part of the fights, I would probably adjust this myself. But ultimately, this is Not too bad.
Care shower.
You end up getting the bomb down, and then I think we got caught off guard that there was a U-Haul player. Was that a different round? That was a different round. At some point, there's a U-Haul player that kills us, but not this round. You shoot on this guy.
Yeah.
You go off angle pocket, I think, to kill this next player. When I saw you throw the C's here and go off angle here, like standing wide into heaven, I knew that you were playing confident. Like right here on this angle, I was like, okay. These micro things here, I feel like I don't recall us doing like week 1, you know? Like this game, you're so dialed that you're like, you're understanding the off angle advantage, you know, your time to kind of take a step out. I mean, you'll see even after you get the kill, you're aware of like the next player and you're like slicing like very cleanly. It's not like the insta kill on the Sage because he's also peeking us at the same time, but I was just very happy to see this round. Like the slice, like it looks very clean. Unfortunately we get wall banged, but you're dialed. And it's nice to see. Unfortunately it's 4-1. So same thing, we're gonna go hookah, we get stalled. I think slow, yeah, wall, slow, fucking smoke, everything. So same thing's gonna happen here. And this, you were 2 for 2 in isols this game, by the way. Shit on this kid. But we just get stalled again. That's just the dynamic of going into the Sage. And unfortunately he peaked on the Haunt. So I think maybe saving a couple of rounds. We lost 2 rounds because we got stalled on the B rush against the Sage. So that's something to keep in mind for future games. Probably against Cypher, you don't have that problem. But like Deadlock, Sage, maybe even Vice, consider making B pressure and then ending A. Whereas like the Cypher or the Chamber, you can probably run it down.
Yep, 100%. We'll lock it up like short or something.
Nothing too crazy on this round. You're trying to get the Vice into the shower for the ult. This was the wide swing thingy. You'll see you kind of just run up into the angle. We don't get fought. Trevor insta-dies, all good. Actually, forget. I think you kill the guy behind tank or something. I want to say you kill one here. I want to say you kill this guy. Maybe it's a different round.
I do.
You walk out. You walk out on the clove. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This was a really good round. I like that you actually took this. This is the confidence on the contacting space. This is exactly why I wanted us to do that clove side quest, and it's for me very validating to see that you're actually going for plays like this in a real game. So this was the round winning play. I mean, simply put, we won our team the round there. You clear U-Haul because, I mean, typically if there is a guy pocket, then they might have a crossfire with the U-Haul player. So that made complete sense to me. And we were confident to go for another one. You ended up shitting on this kid too. I think you one-tap this kid and then fall back. Yeah, so we won that. Boom. Like, I mean, that was just a great round. We're playing really well so far. You're playing confident. You're dialed in on your mechs. And you're making good decisions. Again, the wide swing. Is this the round where... No, not this one. It was a round where you wide swing and you just like dead zone headshot the guy. It's not this round. I think this is the round where you peek tank and kill this guy. I want to say.
There might be one close. It happens eventually.
It happens eventually. This might be the round when you ult and then probably the jet and Trevor gets the kill. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So, good round regardless. The thing I do want to note here is that, number 1, we made A presence. And number 2, our B player died. So if we're thinking about macro, it might make sense to like make pressure A, but then end B, because there's probably going to be a shit ton of people here. Which you can see they counter fatal in U-Haul against our hit, but thankfully they were stranded. Like there's not a heaven player fighting our exec yet. So ends up working well. This is the round actually where we get caught from the U-Haul guy. So someone calls heaven, you look heaven, and then we die to this guy. That's just the guy who fatal ulted out of spawn. But regardless, we do win this. Yes, at some point I wanted to take a look at the clove because this guy looked like a bot, but not this round. Just the shower round? Yeah. We don't get to kill this one, but you'll see we don't get the insta kill here. I think this is where I first noticed the way we were peeking showers. So we kind of just wide swing, but you'll see we see the guy, but then we aren't able to get the insta kill. Whereas I think if you did the slices, that guy would probably die without being able to fall back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, I didn't know that timing was possible. You say after, like you didn't know that guy could be there. I didn't know that either. Like I thought if you wide swung, like there's no way he can get in that corner. But I mean,
that was my assumption too, because that's usually why I did it. So
yeah,
I didn't have to ever worry about it.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
Like,
I'm kind of surprised that guy can get there.
There's a little trick to know here that you might already know, but you can see their arm if you go here and they can't see you.
Oh,
so,
yeah, all the way in the back.
Yeah, so after the C's, if you committed that, you probably would have gotten this kill.
Totally forgot about that, yeah.
But all good. You get ulted again, you shit on this kid. Oh, you're a 3 for 3 on this ult, actually.
I love getting ISO ulted.
Yeah,
Especially
you're.
when he doesn't have shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, you should have like. I don't know how you didn't die to the op there, by the way.
I
But-
have no idea.
guy's leaving
I
now.
have no idea.
It gets down to 2v2. You end up going back. We kind of fucked up going to this corner. You knew that after the fact. Yeah.
like, wow, I'm so stupid.
I mean, your Vice also fucked up. He should have thrown a Thorn in the spawn to stop the rotate, but he decided to. I don't know what the fuck. This Vice was like not playing well. My suggestion would have been to actually get on site here, not because they didn't have smokes, but because I think they're expecting you to be hookah. So
Yeah.
I think throwing the haunt spawn and then like getting on site would have been a decent play here.
100%.
Regardless, I mean, Device kind of fucked up. Oh, this is the round where we dead zone tap the guy. So you'll see again the wide swing, but you could see he's also swinging. Now there's like a little delay, and then we get the kill on the second engagement, not the first. So by changing the peeking technique, you might be able to get the insta kill rather than what we're seeing here. That's kind of the whole point I'm trying to get across, at least with the switch up. But you shit on the guy, easy clap. You go back, you haunt. I mean, this round was fine. There's a U-Haul player and then you just die planning. Nothing really happened here. Thankfully teammates
I feel
bring it back.
like
Which, by the way, I don't know how you died there, but they were too obsessed over the U-Haul guy.
I'm getting the movement
I
fine,
guess
like
so,
I'm
yeah.
distance, but like I feel like I'm too easy. To hit,
And then you'll see we are going to be 0 for 3 going hookah against the Sage. I think this time they TP. And then Trevor didn't realize there was a guy in TP and dies to that guy.
Oh, they're actually in it. They actually TP.
But yeah, you can see we're just 0 for 3 on hookah. So just something to keep in mind for future bind games. If you're playing against like Sage, Deadlock, Vice, heavily consider like either going heavy B long or just make B pressure and then end A.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, only minor things to change about attack half. We played attack half pretty well. Just to recap really quickly. Actually, let you recap rather than me writing it down just for a recall. So what did you take away from the attack half?
So definitely the biggest thing is being aware of the fast rotate on the map and making sure that I IGL accordingly to cancel to the other side of the map, like after making contact, is probably the biggest thing.
Okay, so IE, start B, and A. Because there's no good. Okay, cool. Anything else that you took away from it?
Avoid hookah against the 3 sentinels you mentioned.
Heavy stall, AE, Sage, Deadlock, and Vice. Okay.
The shower swing thing.
Swing. Currently we're wide swinging. Could try doing slices to get insta kills. Which I don't know if that's gonna play into effect at our current fight, but that's something that Xander does as well. Like he'll start here and then he'll like slice from here. But I have also seen other players when they swing here, they slice from here too. So I'm just so used to seeing it. Cool. Okay. Anything else that you took away from the attack half?
The haunt dog timing on A short pushes.
Could switch haunt plus prowler order on the A short take in order to be part of the execute. I think with full util, it's like even more important because like in theory, if you have full util, you can early prowler for these fights. And then you can like throw the haunt, and then if you need to, you could seize U-Haul if there's a guy there, and then you could probably the close guy. Like you're just more involved physically being close rather than having to line up here. So yeah, I think the argument to prowler first, haunt second is pretty strong. Anything else for the attack half?
I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it. At least from what I recall as well.
Left side.
Okay, so we go for the C's nade. We started a short nade, all good. Nothing too crazy. We did want to start shower, and then I think you called the C's nade short, so I was happy about that. Nothing too crazy happens. Unfortunately, what you'll notice is our Reyna goes for the contain, so you haunt the timing here for his push. I thought that was smart. Unfortunately, the Reyna dies, and then we aren't able to actually play off of our raise because they get slowed, so they fall back. And then now our Clove is stranded, which you'll see in a second when this hit actually comes up. So here's a hit. They slowed U-Haul. So now they have front sight pretty strong, and we aren't able to fight with the Clove, so he ends up taking shower, and we unfortunately die to this guy. So what am I trying to point out here? Well, against the Sage, I think it's pretty important that you have a pocket player or someone playing close here, so that, because almost every Sage, when they take the site, will wall this off.
Yeah.
So option one is to play in front of this, like playing this with maybe a U-Haul player, or you don't play for this area at all, and you play heavy shower, and then you try to break the wall from this side. On pistol round, it's going to be very hard to break the wall, so I think at some point, if you found timing to get back into this pocket area, I think that could have been really good.
Yeah.
More traditionally, your duelist actually plays here, and then your initiator plays U-Haul to util off of them. So that's something to consider too. Maybe Trevor could have played in this area, but regardless, my point being is that the dynamic of bind specifically against Sage should change where you play pretty heavily.
Yeah, 100%. Seeing that clearly now.
Yeah, that's something that honestly most players don't learn because Sage is not as popular as she used to be on this map back in beta.
If there's anyone here.
Yep.
And then pretty much for the rest of this game, you will play towards the shower orb thing, which you do end up shitting on this kid. And then this guy just swings through the nade with his shield, unfortunately. But we play pretty heavy shower control this game. We see it here as well. And then this is where you'll do the active rotate through the teleporter. This is all good. I like that you have this play. The thing to change here isn't actually what you're doing, it's to change where you're starting so you have more options. So what you'll see here is you get this kill. This is good. Like, we don't want to change what we just did here when you're playing shower. Like, you have the shower playbook down really well. The problem is we just have we do the shower playbook like every defense round, which means it becomes obvious. Like, at this point, playing for showers at the start might not be the best. Like, maybe you could have started hookah, maybe you could have started down short with Trevor and like contest those angles, which, to be fair, they do end up coming showers anyways. And I think I want to say we win this round. I don't think anything too crazy happens. Yeah, nothing too crazy happens. We win this one. But you'll just see, like, throughout the rest of this game, where's your shower start, and a lot of this is going to be flood TP again. This one, it works out again, and we win this round. So we're 2 for 2 on the shower rotate over to hookah teleporter crunch. But now it's getting kind of obvious, you know. And also, it's difficult to get value on that consistently, because even if they were to go B, but then they go B long, and then you take the teleporter, then they take the teleporter and then go back to shower. So,
yep.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that our current playbook is great with the shower start, but it becomes very counterable, which they didn't do a good job of countering it, to be fair. That sound was fine. You get the orb, you ult 2, you go for the flank. We could have peeked this a little bit better, but you hit a nice shot regardless. So kill that guy, we come back, the TP, you push this was all fine, nothing too crazy. You're playing the shower spot well. It seems like you're very comfortable here, like you've done it a shit ton. So like I said, the main thing to adjust would just be our starting position. Goes back to the playstyle thing. Currently we were playing a bit more like, I wouldn't even say like Curry, because we're not really anchoring, but we're contesting the extremity rather than playing in the center of the map. And because of that, our only option to play for a flood is via the TP, and we weren't able to flood out a spawn, like I think once this game. I don't think we really had the option just because of our starting position. So pretty much same thing here. You end up killing this kid. I think your Reyna ends up taking TP and you end up killing 2 more if that's this round.
Yeah, that is this one, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, we're playing the shower spot. Like, this is your spot, you're getting kills. It's we know that.
I'm leaving.
This is again the flood, so this time they aren't here, they just go heavy B long, and you'll see that here. You actually make a good play here. The thing to notice now is how can you take a fight off of a teammate's contact. So in this case, he's smoked, your teammates backside aren't fighting yet. You actually should be the baiter here because we made so much noise taking hookah.
Yeah.
Very hard to see. That's more of a hindsight thing. But I personally never win this fight in death matches, so I'm kind of like biased to not take this fight on an angle hold, and I kind of just like bait when I take the TP. But you can see he kind of just hard clears us here because he knows. So you reflected on that as well. Yeah. This was one of those examples on the Clove, by the way. This is the guy that dropped 30, so I want to see it really quick.
One enemy remaining.
Like, the inputs there just didn't make sense to me. But regardless, there was some other shit earlier in the game that made me start questioning this guy. So again, shower start. You set up the Trevor up. They're just gonna go B again. We take the TP. Boom. Timing it. And now we just get walled off, I think. And they end up just, we're kind of just fucking around in the TP because we're walled.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
And yeah, they're on site. So you can kind of see this is kind of where we're starting to get countered with the good TP shenanigans.
Yeah.
I do think they actually do end up winning this round though.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they end up going A, you haunt this. Yeah, this is the round your Clove killed 4. Yeah. Yeah, so you kill 4. But hopefully you can kind of seeing the thing to change is just less shower start. But again, shower start, nothing here. We rotate, take TP again. This time they aren't here. Prowler, they're out. We just win this round, I think. Nothing too crazy. So nothing too crazy here. They just went heavy belong. Same thing. I think this might be the round where the Fade turns on us.
I think so. I TP'd too quickly with the C's.
A little too quick, yeah. Honestly, I was wondering if the Prowler peak is better on this. I actually don't know, but regardless, the play here is good. You have double hookah. They are hopefully going to be fighting on your crunch. Unfortunately, one of them got grabbed by an ISO ult, and the other guy kind of got scared and is playing a bit further back. So like we unfortunately don't actually get the crossfire, but the play itself makes sense, you know. Going back to my point though, is it's just a play we've been doing a lot. And also, you mentioned we could have done it a little bit better, but I think the starting position is really the main thing to adjust. I know I've said it a ton, but that's really it.
No, yeah, I agree.
So we'll see. This is the only round we actually do spawn rotate, but I think they end up going A anyways. Your Vice does like this weird thing. I didn't even see the Vice wall this round, but yeah, your Vice just AFK here. They like try to fake. I don't know what was going on this round. But they throw a bunch of util, they smoke, they're still not out. I didn't know what was going on. Then ISO is shown A short, so you rotate back, and you ult. This is a miracle round, by the way. They had the advantage, they had res. Thankfully, Trevor kills 2 with your ult. And I think you end up spraying 2 people or something from heaven. I do remember you getting a kill.
I think I killed a Clove, like default-ish.
Both there.
Oh yeah, this kill here. Yeah, so not a heaven kill, but thankfully we win that one. But yeah, defense, we kind of just did the same thing every round.
Yeah.
Showers, this is the round where you peek and you kill this idiot. So huge kill, by the way, like right here.
ISO truck.
All right, we'll see you in a sec.
There's still 2 towards A.
Shit on. And then this gets a bit scary. But we do win this. So 3 for 3 on the ISO. That was a fucking. If we lost that, we probably lose the game. No lie.
Yeah.
Popping off again. Shower start. I'm saying it. They are showers this round. You end up getting dinked on the spray. Fall back. They do like this weird shower plant bullshit. We should have seized here, by the way, after you get smoked. Should have seized immediately.
100%.
We end up going for the nade, which is fine. Or the Prowler. But they go for the like, weird shower TP wall thing plant. You end up like
Forget about me.
yeah. You end up killing the Sage, which I guess he's looking heaven.
Must be.
I don't really know his
Actually, I have
position
no
there.
idea.
Yeah, you end up killing this guy too. So you're shooting this game. Like we're doing our thing. You haunt. The smoke comes up. You end up seizing the smoke.
One shower.
Yeah, that was just a good round. Like nice shots. Nothing really to adjust here. So pretty clear. But let's hear what you took away from that defense half.
Just vary up the defense playbook. Just a lot more central play.
Less shower starts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what would that look like? Where would you want to play?
Truck, for sure.
Okay.
Which, there are some games where I do play more truck. I don't really know what gets me to change at some point.
Well, truck is rather passive. like you don't get to contest early space, but it's good for like fast, like anti-fast A rushes. My point being is, I think that truck is a good spot to start as well, but what else would add to that? Like truck is one.
Just starting like in short,
Okay,
close
so,
somewhere.
like, close A short. That's obviously very good if you play the Raze. I think it's also good if you can just like super stall like a rush. Like for example, if they have Brim ult and they ult U-Hole and you just fucking see short. Now the ult is dissipated and U-Hole is a threat. So something I like to do on Raze is I'll play here, and then when they Brim ult, I'll nade, and then the ult will kind of do its thing, and then I'll walk up after, and my nade would delay, and then no one looks at me, I get free kills. But obviously you can do that here as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was just my little add-on. Okay, so we have truck, we have close A short. What else could we play?
Just in U is fine too.
Okay,
I don't play a lot of U-Haul, but
not too
I
shabby.
did- it's not bad. There's sometimes I play triple, but like I don't like starting triple.
Okay,
I don't typically play a lot of B, but I have done plenty of like hookah starts and
Hookah
like
starts.
just instantly walking down if there's no presence.
yeah, hookah starts are good. There's two more that come to mind for central play.
Just spawn.
Yeah, spawn rotate. Okay, so that's a good one. And there's just one more that comes to mind for me, at least. Kind of like the equivalent of truck, but on the B side.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just starting like in the hall or like backside.
I prefer top site, top B site, because you get good angles here. So
Yeah.
let me kind of just throw the markers here. My Valor plan is fucked, bro. Okay, so apparently my agents are just gone. But you have truck start, you know, kind of just vibing here. You have close A short. You have insta walk A short, which, you know, maybe is a bit riskier for the fade for sure. You have U-Haul start. Whoops, wrong one. U-Haul start. You have spawn rotate. You have hookah start, which I think is pretty decent. And then my favorite is the top B start, either looking towards hookah or towards long.
Yeah. I used to play Sky there a lot if I wasn't like insta flashing B long.
Yes, that one's super popular. I think Fake Ananas plays top B a lot. The three that I would encourage you to play more would be like these positions here, with a slight bias against certain comps to play like here. This little pocket area will allow you to play that U-Haul crossfire with your teammate. So it's pretty good. And if you can get the one way from your homie, you can just sit in the smoke and pre-aim up here, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, small changes. You played a really good bind game. You were playing confident. Your decision making like was good. It was just limited to what our round start was. Like our mid rounds and stuff like that was like what we would expect from your starting position. So yeah. I don't really have anything else to add specifically to the defense half. Did you take away anything else?
No, I think that's like pretty much the biggest thing is that my defense is not varied enough. And it is like it's not particularly hard to counter the play either.
It's a bit rough. Maybe we could have went for some flanks. Because they didn't have the I know sometimes I've seen people like take the insta shower control, and then if they aren't there and they're showing B presence, they like grab the orb and then they just like knife out, rotate,
Oh yeah.
and like
I
go
do
for the
this.
huge
I do
flank.
this on rare occasions.
Yeah, could be
It's
good.
hard to be fast enough, even if I'm knife out the entire way, it feels like.
100%. I think the main benefit of doing this is more so that you are in position for them to, like, if they take the TP, like, you can be here. You can be ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been huge a few times, but
they weren't really doing that this game, to be fair.
it's really rough if they don't TP.
Yeah, for sure. But regardless, I think if you're a shower start and they are going B long, doing the hookah TP won't give you much value. Thankfully, they did give you some hookah like fights. But like if you're against a team that's like going 4B long or 5B long, you're probably going to get more value going for the insta push rather than the rotate back over and take the hookah TP.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's also something to keep in mind as well. Cool. Anything else? I think that was probably it. Let's see if the other bind works. Which is being goofy.
Is that a sync game?
Nice, it is working. Perfect. I did want to compare. So I haven't seen this one, but I did want to compare how the bind plays when Trevor's on Viper, but also just to see if our patterns are a little bit different. So let's kind of just hop into it.
I think they're mostly the same, and then I can't shoot my gun.
Really hot. We are playing against a completely different comp though. No Sage, but they do have Yoru fast rotate TP and double Senti, so it's a bit.
Yep.
And they have Omen blind too.
Truck.
Chamber back truck.
That Hunt does scan for top tank though, which is an argument to do the Hunt over the Prowler. But this is the dynamic that we're seeing now. This order of util is so much more impactful when you have the Viper wall.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because like now you're actually close enough to probably U-Haul, so it makes sense.
One heaven, one.
Let's see. Gonna plants. Oh fuck, this guy's in the smoke. Okay. Don't have to worry about flank here. We should be good.
Two back there right now.
They just win this round. Unless something fucking generationally bad happens.
Push back.
Run! Okay. Free pistol. See, we try hookah.
Probably don't go here.
Smoked it short.
This is good. Oh, wow, he ate that. He has a shotgun for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. So, going against hookah is already working much better. It was a Reyna, not a Sage. Oh, he's on the thing. Oh, fuck. If you ever see that cage, he's always on this box here. You can spam this. They throw the cage from here and they just like crouch peek with it. So if you ever see that one way, just fucking spam the shit out of that kid. Good trade though. Oh my god.
What
Poor
the
Trevor.
fuck, bro?
Hey, Trevor, you gotta be aware of that, man.
I know, I just didn't want him to grab gun.
It's the only way you die. T though.
Where is my glove located?
Okay.
What the fuck?
People running.
Down.
No, I didn't get owned. I got fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna that same item. Pistol, scan everything on site.
I'm out of here.
I'm surprised we lose this game, considering how it's starting.
Oh yeah, no, attack him great.
Where are you?
Yeah, wow, your Neon is fucking in.
Marked one.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
no, that guy
He just ran it down.
Bring them
very
down.
frequently.
I mean, I'm down, I guess. Take the TP back to B, maybe. No, we have sight, low key. Just the Omen? Yeah. The fuck? Oh, he's through the triple smoke. It's a bad triple smoke.
I'm looking for I'm TPing probably.
Yeah. Sight for Omen here.
I'm all out.
Just looking for Reyna.
I'm TPing now. It's every A, so I'm pretty sure B's free.
Yep. Good.
I haven't heard anything yet. Your elbow.
All
I'm
good.
pretty sure they can't be there.
Spike planted.
Yep. Going long here is actually good. Oh my god,
Holy
these
shit.
damn fucking trips, bro. Okay, elbow's fine here.
Okay, one CT for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna swing CT in a second here.
Yeah, Trevor should hold the angle for you, and then you
It's
swing off
Molly right
him.
now.
Yeah, that would be better. I should have killed both, but
Yeah.
I'm bad.
That was a good peek, though. Trevor, win this, my king.
Pop into it.
Yeah, no time. Nice, good job.
Action time of our KG from last game.
Nice, good lurk, good lurk.
Real
Almost on his swing.
That's bind in a nutshell right there. You see how we made all that A pressure and they're all there, but Trevor was on the B lurk? Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Much
probably
easier to do that in this configuration.
I'm so bad.
the
Dude. That's
Viper.
the silent drop. Just cut me. Cut me from the team.
Go, go. I'll find you.
Close.
wow, double scan.
Down. Go, go.
Your backside is gonna flash.
I'm talking lamps.
Really, he flashes. No, he's in U-Haul. Okay. The bomb down.
I'm gonna come over in a second.
Our A takes are working super well.
I'm gonna check.
Attack is we're cruising. We're cruising.
Molly right here for the swing.
See, shower peek down. See, so maybe the insta kill there, but double swing to be fair.
Hold on.
Bring them down.
Trevor, you should learn the molly lineup for the fallback, not for the peak. Because if we're wide swinging, we're gonna get there before the molly. So
Dropping smokes.
there's the molly lineup for this. There's also a fade seeds for this too. If you know that one.
there is. I think Trevor does know the Vienna because I think he told me about it.
Gotcha.
Nope.
We can make that adjustment though.
That's good.
Mark, bring them
Okay, we have sight.
One heaven.
Oh, there's the flash.
One.
Ward back on.
Holy fuck.
Reyna heaven.
Yeah, nice try. We just weren't able to get out in time, unfortunately. Let's take a look back.
How many plants?
Yeah, the club smokes were low key early.
Backside.
Nope.
Yeah, they were early as fuck actually. Well,
Yeah. The ult was good. I think the haunt maybe is better backside, just because close is gonna be clear anyways with your ult.
Yeah. For sure.
Heaven.
Wow, there's a chamber already short smoke. Holy fuck.
Orb down.
It's rough.
Reyna heaven.
That's a bit rough. All good. All good. Slight adjustments.
Arneon's late.
That's kind of fine. I prefer they don't run up short before my can land. TBH.
I'll find you.
Shower fight again. Yeah. Trevor's not lurking this round, so this one's a wash.
Bring them down.
Bro guy.
Wall up and walk on land.
One you, I'm dogging.
Oh, that's a good thing to coordinate. Like, he walls up when you prowler versus double prowler.
Enemies spotted.
You can probably min-max that.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, we killed the wrong guy.
Bro guy. That's literally what I say. I
Nice.
shot the wrong guy.
Dude, that's insane.
I did 12 damage to him through the wall
I
and his
love-
foot.
Watching
I
the
love
flank.
that. We don't do any seizes for anti-flood. It seems like through the in the smokes or anything.
Planted.
Big breach.
Something I'm
I should be
noticing.
doing that.
Good to save it in post plant too,
You're
but
supposed to flank.
oh shit, nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good recovery.
I figured I could get that
So
kill.
slow. That's what.
All good. Chilling.
I'm out of here.
Nice.
Open the wall.
Attack's good so far.
Clothing dump.
Poor guy.
We're not running into a sage. Rala.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. We canceled the fucking prowler because he was fighting. That's so sad.
Yeah,
And then he
that
TPs and we
was
get
just-
buckied.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's fucked.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do there.
Yeah, I guess hindsight commit the prowler.
Enemy remaining.
I guess so, yeah.
What the fuck? This guy's throwing. Okay, so far attack's nothing too crazy here. It's pretty much the same thing we saw from last game, but it's working more.
Heaven, heaven.
Mark two.
To be fair, the early haunt does pair really well with the Viper.
Yeah, it does.
Here.
And that's what I'm used to, not my boy throwing on Rays.
Blind with fear.
Alright, leave. Walls down. Just
Wait, there's a
leave.
trip behind you too. Holy
Only
shit.
you're here.
Yeah,
One enemy
should be
remaining.
chilling.
Sure, we don't lose around now. What are you above?
Nice.
We're
Okay.
gonna go.
Run it down, attack, baby. We're looking at A. Should have looked showers this round, but this is fine.
Down.
Oh my god, bro.
Smokes.
I scans 2 every round. Real.
Oh, wow.
We lost a long fight. Unlucky.
Them. Bring them down.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
kitchen sink. Wait, Trevor, we're not lurking?
My long plays are dead.
Oh, he's low. He got dinked. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this round's cooked.
Refreshing.
This round's just cooked.
Chambers are fine.
Yeah, belong.
Chambers-
We don't have the A lurk. Yeah.
Enemy down.
Oh, that's a huge trade. Oh, it's actually winnable again.
I'll find you. Drop in a smoke.
They won
Fortunately,
backside.
Zeri is 1 HP.
Yeah.
Last
No.
player standing.
Okay, one backside, one heaven. Ooh, that guy's lagging. The fuck? Was that us or was that them?
You said open back? I don't know.
Did you see that?
Last
No.
player standing.
Yeah. That felt weird in game too.
No packet loss though. We are pixel maxing.
Watch out for, like,
Facts.
stripper. I don't know, I can make one here.
I'm over here, so they can get out you.
I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm definitely more curious to take a look at defense at this point. Holy shit, this
It's
neon
so
is running
bad.
us down though.
They're always too low.
Where are you?
In hindsight though, with the neon, maybe the early prowler is better because this guy is fast.
Back two.
One you.
Mark
Bro wants to speed run his life.
He does.
I'm talking to him again.
them down.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, I almost died. Yep.
That would
I
piss
was
me
real
off.
upset about that. That was real bad.
Yeah.
Backside, back triple.
GTP? No, he's
I
still there.
think we lose because of it too.
120 euro.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh,
Ra-
I also throw this fucking clutch. I'm such an idiot. Oh man.
Is that a clone? Yeah, that's a clone. That was weird.
One enemy
Yeah.
remaining.
Last was you. Last was you.
I think he lands. I think he lands.
Last
I'm all
player
in. No, no.
standing.
Fuck.
Hold on.
I should just be confident and shoot this fucking guy when he tries to come around the corner here.
Low-key repositioning though was good too. We just barely mistimed. That's good.
Where are you?
That scan? Oh
Nope.
no, it doesn't. Yeah.
He can move there.
I think repositioning was fine. I guess the haunt could have been a little bit better, but here we go. We go for the early prowler. Nice. This guy's still faster than us.
Yeah, I was trying to. I think I at least got his trip in time. Maybe. I'm not sure.
There's a whose VOD was I watching? Was it Viper Bind? It might have been. I think Nats was duo queued with some guy. I don't even know who he was. Like, I don't know if he was on Academy roster or something, but like he had the tag of like Fnatic. Regardless, what the Fade was doing was he was like literally running it down with the Viper Wall and his Prowler. So like their round start, pretend like there's a Viper Wall here. The round start was he runs it along this wall, and then he Prowlers this, and then he continues going towards U-Haul, and then he just pulled out his second one and he just kept going. And like he was in U-Haul like within 5 seconds, just running it down with the wall. I don't know if you want to try that, but he did that like 3 rounds and it's a great success. Because like the wall obviously covers this early angle here, so fucking cleared that. And then, which I guess you could probably min-max is probably better. Like maybe flick it to the right here. And then you probably this guy. And then he literally was just running it down. I want to say it was Nats that was queued with that guy, but for some reason I don't.
Sounds like something
Yeah.
Z-Tall does, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Bring them down.
But yeah, just hugging the Prowler. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Yeah. If we seize the smoke here, that'd be fire. Ah, Yori flash. Okay, it didn't come. There it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So unfortunately they got the flood. I guess that guy was through the triple smoke.
Those
I
bodies.
guess we keep throwing a terrible triple smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Move.
Taking
Oh, I
Anas?
want to fight the Omen here.
No.
Player standing.
I think the Omen would be good. U-Haul is so hard to play this post. NT. We just need to find a way to use the C's for the A hit, I think. Which in this scenario I guess would have been to seize the triple smoke, but I think one of the smokes.
Last one.
We're just losing to the
Yeah.
flood.
For sure, for sure.
I'll find you.
Nice.
What the fuck?
I'll find you.
I sensed him, bro.
I mean, I'm down.
Missed.
Nice.
Ran the fuck out of that guy. I was actually just trying to shoot like the tight angle, but it worked out that he was trying to walk up.
Yeah. Ending B here is good. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Should be an open site. Nice. The perfect macro.
If you were
We have a B lurk while we start A.
I know exactly.
Oh, we lose this? But we should have stayed on site, I think.
Oh, I should have, yes.
Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, that's rough. Your Neon also should have stayed elbow. He got too scared. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody's positioning is just bad.
Yeah, they're like, Cypher, oh my god, everyone move. Okay, let's see the defense. Is it going to be the same? Shower start every
More or
round?
less.
I'll find you.
We do have the Viper wall,
That's a
so pushing up the flank. Okay, nope, this guy's already in. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he insta died. Otherwise, I love pushing short, and oh my god.
Yeah, low-key Trevor might have inted you a little bit too, but he didn't. They did know you haunted early. What I'm surprised about is that they aren't actually going to site. They're like all looking at you all.
Yeah.
Bro, how are you?
Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah, a short start could be a little bit better.
Shower.
Gonna be the same thing here. Oh, this is the flank. Nice.
Fourteen,
Good on this kid. Yeah, that's a lurker for sure.
The chamber was with him, which is why I'm going so slow here.
That's fair.
Hold on.
Conga line to lamps. That's literally what was happening. Is there a trap here? Oh, no trap.
Hold on. Elbow.
What a ball.
Spike
I have this guy.
down. B.
Nice.
One enemy
Hot,
remaining.
He went
hot.
elbow. He went elbow.
Oh, fuck. That angle, I swear, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Don't peek that angle.
Standing.
It only works if they're deep elbow.
Yeah, that's true. Like in a post play or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost, though.
Where are
Now we know, though. We're 0 for 2 on that angle.
I'm outside shower.
It's so weird to me to see the
Dumb fuck.
shower start. It's because, like, I'm so used to
about to
starting
drop.
short.
Down.
But technically, playing for Extremity is really important on this map. So we just won this?
I'm not short.
Yeah. Free orb, maybe. But
one enemy remaining?
what I want you to notice is how, like, we don't really get impact this round. I think that is the more common thing to get unbind.
Oh.
Is I feel like more people go heavy short rather than heavy shower. And even if they do go heavy shower, it's kind of hard for you to get kills because they kind of just run you down. So basically playing fade shower early normally nets you 1 kill max if you're fighting a lurker. Otherwise, every other scenario is kind of low impact.
Where
Yeah,
are they?
yeah.
Ooh, B start.
Call it.
I waited like 30. No,
Second
20.
shower.
Big shower TP? Yeah, this would be good.
Chamber shower.
I'll find you.
Nice. Huge play. Probably this.
Spike down. A.
Or
Bring them down.
Oh, this is the round that we threw.
This is rough. This is scary though.
Last player standing.
A nice try. Does a nice
Hard,
shot.
hard.
So slow.
Honestly, you can't really adjust too much here. We're doing well with what we could do based on our starting position. That's pretty much all you can say here. And he hit some banger shots. So it is what it is.
Cypher D long.
Starting triple. Nice. Wow, another A short death.
Where are you?
That's rough. Oh, this guy's crying.
I'm mauling
And-
you full.
Good flash.
Blind.
Wait, he did the heaven
Full
smoke?
orb.
I'm blind in death, so I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, and we got fucking
now.
ulted.
Last
Wait,
player
that's such a
standing.
weird take. They did, I think they did heaven smoke. So that's why he omen blinded this?
I've got no
I'm
idea.
mauling full.
Blind.
Full
And
orb.
that's
I'm
rough.
blind in death, so I don't know.
Okay. Orb now.
Ironically, if you did do a shower start this round, like you probably have a better chance. But it did look like they were
Long.
going B-side, so we rotated. That's just a bit rough. It's a bit rough. Maybe Trevor should be doing the one-way orb or something, but
Where are you?
I do think the thing that's missing in our defense playbook is like the short contest.
For the second you get contact, I'm season TPing.
Okay.
This is good though. Cypher spotted. Shit, was that a guy? That was a
Yeah,
guy.
that's a
Oh,
guy.
gosh, yeah, the little son.
Full.
All good. Been there, done that.
I don't know why.
Bring them down. Catch them.
I'm trying to flood out.
Bring them down.
Nice.
72.
I'll-
badly.
You bought your time though. That was good. Obviously, Pete could be better. I like that you didn't insta commit. Wait, we lost that?
We lost that round.
Oh fuck.
Last player
Yeah, it does come to some clutches, but we're not having impact this game, and that's simply just because of the shower start. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like I get to the fight before my guys do.
Shower start's a scam most games, and we're seeing that in this game.
It's at least 2B.
I am a bit surprised though that they can just hit B like that against the Viper.
Bring them down.
Yeah, right?
I guess Euro TP. Oh, double TP. Get past the molly.
God, I hate this.
Double flash. I guess the comp's not that bad. Wait, what happened this round?
Where are you?
Yeah, maybe this is where we push. I don't know. This one's hard to, because like I think I would be biased to rotate off too, but now they're playing slow.
Yeah.
Bring them down.
As a pixel shower start hater, amen. Well, that's rough. Shower starts is good. It's the standard for coordinated. Like if we're playing coordinated, having the fade start on extremity makes the most sense. But in
And I
ranked,
ult.
I think I remember we're looking at 3 Ztol VODs on bind, and I was so surprised he didn't start extremity. He was just like AFK behind truck like every other round.
Yeah, that Z-Dog plays like that. He AFK spawn and truck and it just rotates.
Yeah,
Find you.
That's what I should be doing more.
definitely the ranked playstyle. Look, we got a flood though.
Hold on.
This is the ideal
go.
scenario. There's I think a better haunt. I think we saw.
Oh yeah, no, I would have thrown it like as I was running up. I don't know why I didn't.
Gotcha.
Just yeah,
Does it land
Yes.
on this thing? Or
I think it lands up there somewhere. Yeah.
oh fuck. Yeah, okay. Damn, that's actually kind of fire.
It's really easy to throw too. You could also get it on like the higher thing as well, but that's not nearly as important.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm bad. All good. Da da da.
Like I never left. I'll find you. Spike down.
what?
B.
W flood. Go team go.
Yippee! Come back first now.
Come back to start now.
Where are you?
Someone dropped the bomb.
Dude, how am I missing this fucking orb?
We're not so shower.
1v long.
You can see it's so hard to actually like fight shower though if it's
We're kind of backed up.
if they are here. I do like the reclear though. This would be a good time to walk push it. Nice. Nice. This is good. They're ending B for sure. Just kidding. This 2A short.
My Neon
What?
decided to kill herself.
Bro.
Wait, this
I also
doesn't.
kill one-
Oh, that's so sad. You know what? It doesn't make any sense though, because if they break your haunt, they should be waiting for this. So like, that's why I thought it was B.
There's two.
I
Doesn't
thought
make-
it was gonna be B too. That's what I calmed as well. I was like, it's probably B, and then my Neon just walked out
Yeah,
of this short smoke and died.
your Cliv got one tap too. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Bro.
And you had the speed up because of the ult. That's so
No,
sad.
Dude, how am I not killing the?
You know, the two whiffs we've seen in the two bind games were both sprays. It might either that there's two takeaways from that. One, spraying the spray, or two, fucking neuter the spray, no spray. But I'm definitely biased. I'm definitely biased towards sprays. Oh, here's our playbook. Nice. We have Prowler. Oh, so sad. That's sad. Yeah. Same thing. Literally same thing. We played the same way in both games. The attack half we got more impact because we have the Viper roll, so our util like kind of made a bit more sense. Defense is just a shower start, so literally easy fix. Like we're playing well. Like our mid rounds like make sense. We're shooting well. Unfortunately we like lost a couple of sprays, but like we really only had 2 whiffs like between the 2 games, so we just didn't get fights this game. That's like literally what just happened on defense. We just didn't get fights.
I didn't even really get that many on attack either. I just didn't see guys.
That's true. We died planting like, well, we didn't die planting, but like everyone died on the flood. So that was one. I'm gonna think of all the rounds on attack, but yeah. Regardless, easy fixes. Maybe fixes isn't the right word, but like easy optimizations for bind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely try and sprinkle in some B rounds because you have like good util over here. Like I know like some fades start B long to do the early haunt for the shower peak. I know some fades start with the early prowler so they can get that info and then grab the orb. And then if they end up coming B, you can seize or you could haunt and kind of play for that. Like you have, you know, stuff here. So my personal favorite is just to fucking ego this fight and then play from there.
Yeah. I haven't played top tube in so long, but those are nice.
They're nice. It's also good too, maybe to just switch it up, just because they know you play shower a lot. But one of the downsides of what we're doing by doing early haunt is that you're kind of telegraphing your setup a little bit. Like
that's true.
There's like this concept in League of Legends, if you ever played, that the less you show on the minimap, the better as a jungler sometimes. So that you put pressure everywhere. And I would say that kind of like less applies to an initiator. But like, for example, that applies pretty heavily for like a jet op or like a chamber op or something like that. If you don't show early, you make them play in a certain way. So there's merit to like not early haunting every round, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's play a bit more gun out. But yeah, I mean, we're shooting well, you know, we're shooting well. And you know, another thought I had earlier when I was reviewing Poppin, because I don't know if you're there for the pro review, but we were doing pro review of Poppin playing Fade Corrode today, and he calms like a lot. And like one of the things I said during that review is that I feel like it's really hard to be a good initiator player unless you like IGL the shit out of your matches. And
yeah,
I wonder, like this is just like my thought. I don't know if it's actually true. But like that was true in my experience too. And when I think about like other initiative players like Curry, for example, he's like pretty micro heavy. Then you have like obviously like Verno and like they don't calm too much. But I guess my point being is I would wonder if we develop the calm skill, would that make your games more consistent, which I would assume it would. But if you don't want to do that, then I would wonder if it makes sense for you to switch to another role like long term. Obviously, you know, if you enjoy recon a lot, you don't have to. But that was just a thought I had reviewing the Poppin game, because he calms like everything, and so does Curry. And so yeah, that's just a thought I had. But
yeah, you just unleashed the ability for everybody to flame me in my friend group. But
the ultimate.
I'm lazy. I know I should be far more active in my comms, and you know I do enjoy playing recon a lot, and I should micro more. I just hate microing people.
I think it's specifically the mid round. I don't think you have to pre-round micro like Curry and who's the other guy I said? Curry and Poppin. Like those guys pre-round micro like pretty heavily to get the plan across, and that is useful. But like for example with 100 Thieves, EU isn't the IGL. the recon player, but his mid rounding, he'll like micro the mid round pretty heavily, like for retakes and things like that as well. So that's something to consider, which you don't have to. It's just a thought I had. But I would imagine, like, given the dynamic between you and Trevor, when Trevor was playing Raze, his comms were pretty clear. So, like, off the top of my head, that would kind of make Trevor a recon player or the IGL or both. And then you would kind of be the shooter. Because, I mean, it's no surprise between the two of you, you're like the shooter, you know?
This is true.
So that would just be my thoughts on if I were to fit you into a bucket. Obviously, you don't have to fit into that bucket. That's just a trend I see. And I wanted to throw it out there. It doesn't mean you have to take it. It doesn't mean that you have to change the way you're playing. But yeah, something I noticed earlier today, so I wanted to mention it. That's all.
Yeah. All right.
Food for thought, pretty much.
I'll exercise the IGL tool a little bit longer. or
Press the
more.
push to talk key. I mean, it's tough though. I don't blame you, especially for these ranked teammates.
It is tough.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully you saw the impact that we called the pivot like two times this game, and it was just free bomb site. So
I mean, when I have a really good understanding of what's going on in the game, and I'm like collected, it's very easy to do that, and it can happen, you know, in mini games where I can do that, and it's super effective, of course. But I just am not often, I guess, in the mindset to be able to do it, I guess.
mm-hmm. What I will say though is, if it was like pick IGLing or pick shooting back, like I would rather you no comm mute and just fucking shoot back. Like, especially for ranked, you know? Like if, for example, you try to start talking more, but like your mechanics like just fucking deep dive, which I guess in the short term will likely happen. But like, let's just say like that's a dynamic that will always happen, like 8 months down the road. Then it might make sense for you to not lean into the calling if it's not natural. Because like some players can talk and play at the same time very naturally.
I mean, I can. I usually can still kill people and speak, but it is definitely harder. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's not too big a deal.
See, for me, it's the opposite. Like the games that I talk more, I play better. So like, I think Initiator like slots in pretty well for me, as at least in a competitive environment, but like even in ranked. Whereas like, I think it's because like when I talk more, I understand what's happening on the map more.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely part of it. It's a like if one exists, the other also exists kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But
Like
I do.
if I'm naturally calling more, I am more in the game in the first place, and
I
then
see.
it just kind of enhances both ends of that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I know there are players though that talk more and they play worse. You know, like I've been on teams with players like that, so you know that's definitely a thing too. But your teammates they're loving the little rant.
Oh no, yeah, they're never going to let me live this down.
It's
I'm getting flamed for the next 2 weeks.
okay. It's okay. We can flame them back. You can be like, I shoot better than you.
Yeah, but they know that already.
That's fair. That's
It
fair.
doesn't matter.
They just want what's best for you. That's all it is.
I know, but they're mean about it. They're gonna bully me.
But you can't bully. If you guys want behavior change, you have to positively reinforce it, guys. Come on. You won't be able to. Negative stuff won't reinforce behavior change. At least not long term. Nah, you ain't paying me, bro. I don't have to pretend.
Hey.
It's not about pretending. It's about wanting what's best for him and for you if you guys are queuing together.
No, Bubble won't queue Central to save. Like he'd rather be dead.
I feel ya. Well, I mean that's my spiel. Small adjustments on the bind playbook, though I do think the small adjustments will lead to a lot of impact. Then attack, I mean, it's just like attack is definitely more minor for sure. Next week, I guess we look at Corrode.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty, man. Well, if you have questions, just reach out. Otherwise, we'll check in next week. Same time,
Alrighty.
Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Yep, that'll be fine for the remainder of this session series.
Sounds good, man. Cool, cool. You take care.
Yep, you as well.
See ya.
See ya.
Do. Already chat. I am dipping out of here. Don't flame the Pixel too much. He's the goat. I'm gonna send you guys over to. Should I send you guys over to Darius or Gage? You guys want to watch one or the other? I mean, they're both good. They're probably cute. He's the goat. He just can't hear it from his friends. Gage is sexier. Whoa, we're going based on attractiveness. For that, we should send over to Darius. Simply put, right? Or what? Like that's just what we have to do. Clipped? Wait, what are we clipping? What happened? Oh, you're clipping what I said to you. That's fucked. It's fucked. Anyways, I'll send you guys over to Darius. Wait, actually, does Gage have webcam on too? We could coin flip if they have webcam. Otherwise, typically better to send to the webcam streamer. Yeah, okay. Exposing the dojo. Relax, dude. Relax. You baited me, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream. You guys enjoy Darius's stream playing ISO. He's running it down. See you guys next Monday or Tuesday, depending on which coaching session you show up to. Peace. Peace.